Superman had his powers stolen and now he's just a weak man. If you enjoy stories from the Justice League and from Superman, please don't forget to subscribe. The story begins with Superman at Star Labs. The scientists have somehow managed to find more pieces of kryptonite, and Dr. Hamilton has developed an armor made of titanium and lead.
Titanium lead alloy? Exactly.
With that armor, Superman is completely protected against the effects of kryptonite. In addition to withstanding kryptonite radiation, the materials of this armor can also withstand various types of explosions and blows. While the two were talking, we see a man working in the Star Labs warehouse. He is moving around some chemicals that are really expensive. We quickly discover that this man named Rudy was actually stealing these materials, and a friend of his told him that they could sell those materials for a high price on the black market. Rudy is very nervous, but he concentrated and managed to put all those chemical elements in the back of the truck. There were still a few more gallons missing, but suddenly the guards from that place appeared. They recognized Rudy. After all, he works cleaning at Star Labs. The two found it very strange that the man was handling heavy machinery and didn't believe him when he told them that he was promoted. They wanted to know who is that friend of Rudy's, as it seemed he wanted to steal those chemicals. Rudy didn't know what to say, but his friend had another friend inside his pocket, a gun. He was gonna kill both of the guards, but Rudy jumped in to save them. The man is a kind person. His friend said he wouldn't be arrested because of him and managed to fire shots at the barrels of chemicals. This caused a large explosion. The alarms started ringing, and Superman saw what was happening and went to investigate it. Rudy climbed onto the back of the truck and his friend drove off. They passed through the gates and left. Superman couldn't follow them because the guards were about to be destroyed by the fire. The superhero had to come and save them. He found some water pipes and used them to put out the fire. Meanwhile, Rudy's friend was not happy at all. He was saying that Rudy is a parasite. He's not good at anything.
Mess me up for the last time, you stupid little parasite.
And while he was driving the car, something terrible happened. The man ran over a rock, causing Rudy to fall onto the back of the truck. All those chemicals spilled out of the container. And Rudy was covered by the chemicals, and this made him feel a lot of pain. Desperate, he started screaming, begging for his friend's help.
Listen, Paul! Stop the truck! Please, stop!
But not only did the man not help him, he got distracted when he realized what was happening. He had to brake suddenly, and this sudden braking made Rudy fall off the truck. His friend was a very mean man and felt really happy for what happened. After all of this, the poor Rudy is going to lose his life, and there's going to be nobody around to see it. After Superman finished putting out the fire, he went to talk to the guards, who said that none of this made any sense. Rudy is a very kind person who doesn't even have the courage to respond when people make fun of him. Superman then started investigating the place and found some of those chemicals. Meanwhile, Rudy was lying by the river when a rat came close to him. Rudy woke up at that moment and caught the rat. The man discovered that he had new powers. He drained all the life energy from that rat, and after that, we see a police woman driving around in her car. Suddenly, she had to brake because Rudy just crossed the road. She went to talk to him, and the man wasted no time. He dropped the rat and then attacked the police woman with his powers. He drained all the energy from her body and felt great about it. In addition to draining her energy, the man learned everything the police woman knew. He can now even copy her voice to communicate by radio and tell the other police officers that everything's alright. The man stole the woman's car and started laughing because now he has superpowers and knows exactly what to do with them. After that, we see that other police officers found the woman on the road. The reporter Jimmy Olsen came along with Clark Kent to do a story, and the detective told them that the woman must have been delirious because she told the officers that she was attacked by a purple monster. Clark went to analyze the crime scene and found some more of that substance on the ground. The detective said it was best if he didn't touch that substance. Clark wants to know if the detective had managed to identify Rudy's friend. He was also found in the footage. The man said yes, his name is Martin. He is a known criminal, and the last time the police heard from him, he was living near the docks of the city. We see that Martin was indeed hiding in the docks. The man was arriving home, but before entering his house, he was surprised by the presence of his friend Rudy. He had even assembled a uniform for himself, and after introducing himself, his friend said he should be in a hospital because he needs a lot of help. Rudy, though, said he doesn't need help because he's never felt so good before in his life. The man then began to drain Martin's energy and said he's not angry with him because now he is truly happy with his new powers. He becomes stronger and stronger after absorbing people's energy, and more than that, he can also hear the thoughts of the people whose energy he has drained. He learns everything those people know and then began to drain all the energy from his friend's body. Superman appeared at that very moment and ordered Rudy to let his friend go. Rudy threw him, and Superman wants to know what is going on. Rudy says, "I don't know," and proceeds to ask Superman for help. The superhero said he could take him to Star Labs where Dr. Hamilton could help him. Rudy accepted the offer but begged Superman not to hurt him. Unfortunately, this was nothing but a lie to deceive the superhero. Rudy approached and began to drain Superman's energy. The superhero is now weak and Rudy has all his strength. This is what he always wanted. Right in front of everyone there, Rudy approached again and drained even more energy from Superman. Now he can defeat the greatest superhero in the world, and Superman still tried to fight him, but he couldn't do anything. The Man of Steel was hit by such a powerful blow that he was sent flying into the sea. Rudy then tells people to warn everyone that there's a new Superman in town, and then he flies away. Superman was so weak that he could barely get out of the water. After that, Rudy appeared on television. He's flying around the entire city causing chaos everywhere he goes. Dr. Hamilton explained to the journalist that those chemical elements Rudy stole were created to make human cells capable of absorbing energy. But clearly he was exposed to too much, and that's why he transformed into that monster. The journalist then says that because of all the energy this monster sucked from Superman, he will be able to destroy the city and steal everything he can. We see that being powerless, Clark Kent got sick. He has never been sick before in his entire life. He then received a call with good news. Clark went with Jimmy to visit the policewoman in the hospital. Rudy was now looking for things to steal and found a safe with a lot of money inside. Suddenly, his powers began to fail. He no longer has enough strength to break through a wall and heard the police sirens. Rudy had to run, and we see that Clark and his friend were already talking to the policewoman. She's back to normal, and they concluded that the parasite's energy draining powers are short-lived. Clark tested this theory by crushing a piece of metal he had in the room and then putting it back together. His powers have returned, and when he got home, he told his boss that he was still feeling unwell. This was so he could have enough time to disguise himself as Superman and keep on looking for Rudy, but he didn't even need to look around. Rudy broke into his apartment. He knows Superman's secret identity, and it's all thanks to his new superpowers. He sucked all Clark's thoughts, and the two began to fight. Rudy drained all of Superman's energy. He passed out, and when he woke up, he was imprisoned in a secret place. Rudy said he would keep Superman in prison there forever so he can keep on using his powers as if Superman was a kind of super battery. Nobody will ever find out because Rudy can imitate Superman's voice and will call Clark Kent's boss pretending to be him and say that he's sick and won't be coming back to work. After that, Rudy says he'll come back every 12 hours to drain Superman's energy and will start doing so from now on. Rudy then left and went straight to rob a jewelry store. Superman can't use his powers to break those chains, and quickly a week has passed. The parasite is stealing everything he can steal from the city, and nobody knows where he is hiding. We see that Jimmy Olsen had an idea. He realized that the parasite always flies south of Metropolis towards Star Labs where he used to work. The boss told the journalist that the police already thought about it and found nothing in there. Even so, Jimmy still insists that the police may not have checked the labs lately. Someone should go there to investigate. investigate, but the boss wouldn't listen to him and just told him to go home and take some pictures. Even so, Jimmy Olsen will not give up. He went to the Star Labs to investigate Rudy's old locker, and at that moment, Superman heard his voice. He knew it was Jimmy and tried banging on the pipes to make him hear the noise. Fortunately, it worked. Jimmy heard the noises in the pipes and managed to find a secret passage. Rudy had hidden Superman inside his old workplace. He knew the whole place really well because he used to be the janitor. As soon as Jimmy found Superman, he did everything he could to free him. But at that moment, the parasite returned. Superman heard it and told his friend to hide. The parasite arrived wanting to feed on Superman's energy and said that now the people of the city only talk about him. Superman wants to know if Rudy is satisfied. He is getting revenge for the whole city who mistreated him for his whole life. And Rudy noticed that he's being very talkative. Superman must be hiding something. Rudy then absorbed some of his energy and discovered someone was hiding in there. With his X-ray vision, he found Jimmy and approached to destroy him. Rudy absorbed his energy, but Superman managed to save himself because Jimmy had already broken a piece of those chains. Superman attacked Rudy and then tried to escape with Jimmy. On the way out, he ordered all the scientists to evacuate the lab, and the parasite went after him. Superman used an experimental weapon to delay the parasite and then hid in a certain place. The parasite went after him and discovered that Superman had gone after his special suit. With this suit, Superman can attack Rudy without having his energy drained. It's an impressive battle, but Rudy's energy is running out. If he doesn't drain Superman soon, he won't be able to defeat him. The man managed to get close and removed Superman's helmet. He's ready to absorb all his energy. But Superman managed to dodge, and Rudy unintentionally grabbed the kryptonite that was hidden inside the safe. He absorbed Superman's energy, but also his weaknesses. The kryptonite was absorbed by his powers, causing him to faint. After all of that, Rudy was taken to prison, and Dr. Hamilton believes that absorbing the kryptonite erased his entire brain. Rudy can't even move anymore. But we see that after the scientists left with the other guys, Rudy absorbed the energy of a cockroach. He was just pretending he couldn't move. Soon after, we see several police officers in front of a house. A female detective is with Dr. Hamilton. The both of them made a call to the man inside of that house. He has already made his demands to the authorities, and Dr. Hamilton tried to convince him to give up, but the man just won't do it. The authorities then tried to raid the house, but unfortunately, the man has prepared everything. There are steel doors protecting the place. The police cannot break in, not to mention that the defense system could eliminate them all if he wanted to. A detective was taken to the hospital, and at that moment, Superman arrived. They explained that the man inside the house worked at Star Labs. He stole some radioactive isotopes and built a bomb that could destroy the entire city of Metropolis. To prevent this from happening, the man demanded that the mayor paid $1 billion. Superman would try to convince this man to give up. The superhero broke inside the house and had difficulty getting past the electrified security system, but he managed to do it. He reached where the man was hiding and asked where the bomb was, but the man wouldn't tell him so easily and wanted to know where the money he asked for was. Superman told him he wouldn't do what he wanted, and the man activated a security system, a kind of hydraulic press. He tried to crush Superman, but the superhero is too powerful and managed to destroy the device. At that moment, a piece of the device hit the man, who ended up fainting because of it. Superman took him to the hospital, but the nurse said the man would remain unconscious for at least another 2 days. The bomb is set to explode in 4 hours, and Superman says that even he couldn't search the entire city in just 4 hours. Dr. Hamilton then makes a suggestion. There is a certain person who can help them find where the bomb is hidden. Superman then takes Dr. Hamilton and the detective called Maggie to the prison. Superman says that this is a terrible idea because the person Dr. Hamilton wants to use could destroy the city much faster than a bomb. We soon realize that this person is the parasite himself. He is the city's only hope. The man doesn't want to help. After all, he was put in jail by Superman and doesn't care what will happen to the city. Maggie says that if the bomb explodes, it could even destroy that prison, but the parasite does not care about that. He has nothing to lose. Dying would be better than spending the rest of his life locked up inside there. Even so, Rudy Rudy says that if they want his help, they will have to give him something in return. Superman wants to know what he's talking about, and the man says that he would like something to make time pass faster inside the prison. He wants a television set and all streaming services for the rest of his life. They accepted the deal and took the parasite to the hospital so he could suck the man's energy and read his mind. The parasite did all this, but something seemed to go wrong. He started feeling a lot of pain. Superman had to pull him away from the man, and when he woke up, the parasite began speaking with the man's voice. He said he knows where the bomb is, but they still need to pay for the information. Everyone realized that it was actually the man who planted the bomb in the city speaking through the parasite's mouth. He had managed to take control of the parasite's body, and Dr. Hamilton explains that somehow the parasite sucked the man's consciousness. It's as if he himself were in the parasite's body, and Superman tries to say that if this bomb explodes, this man will lose his life in the explosion. He has to say where the bomb is, and inside the parasite's body, Rudy was trying to convince the man to say where the bomb is, and with no other choice, the man revealed the location. Superman went there to the bottom of the sea. The bomb is hidden inside a sunken ship. As soon as Superman finds the bomb, Maggie will be able to disarm it. The two entered the ship, and meanwhile the parasite was trying to break free from inside the hospital. Rudy in his mind was telling the man's consciousness that there was nothing else they could do. They needed to give up, but the man managed to convince Rudy to use his own strength. If they worked together, they could transform into a different being, much more intelligent and powerful. Perhaps he could even absorb Superman's energy and keep his powers forever. Rudy liked those words because perhaps this was his last chance to be free. At that moment, his consciousness merged with the man's consciousness. He destroyed the device that held him and called a police officer. When the man arrived, he absorbed his energy, and now the parasite can escape from the hospital. Meanwhile, Superman was still searching for the bomb, but he realized the bomb was not inside that ship. The man only wanted them to waste time. Just as Superman was about to leave with Maggie, the entire ship began to be destroyed. The woman was trapped in the rubble, but Superman managed to save her and pulled her from the bottom of the ocean. The two immediately went to the hospital. All the nurses had their energy drained, and the parasite disappeared. Now they only have 10 minutes until the bomb explodes, but suddenly they received a call. The criminal still wants the money and will reveal the bomb's location. Superman needs to bring him the money, but the superhero will have to go alone. Superman went to the location the man told him about. He had a briefcase with all the money inside. Superman cannot use his X-ray vision because the whole place was covered in lead. After some time, Superman found a hole. The man said through the sound system that the hole is practically bottomless and the bomb is hidden nearby. Superman left the briefcase with the money there, and the man told him the bomb was right next to it. Superman found it quickly, and the man gave him the code to disarm the bomb. It worked, but it was a trap. The man in Parasite's body was hiding there, right on the ground. He managed to surprise Superman by sucking his energy. Superman managed to break free, but the Parasite would not give up. He kept on trying to suck all his energy. Superman always dodges the attacks, but the Parasite finally managed to get close. Luckily, Superman managed to hit it with a kick, and then hit it with several blows. The longer it takes, the weaker the Parasite will become. At that moment, the man decided to give up and reactivated the bomb. He will disarm it if Superman surrenders and lets his energy be sucked. Superman says that if he doesn't deactivate the bomb, he will lose his life, but the man says he won't lose his life because his real body is inside an ambulance hidden miles away from that place. Superman then tries to contact Rudy's consciousness to tell him that the man is ready to sacrifice him. It worked. Rudy won't allow the man to destroy his body with that explosion and began to fight against his consciousness. Superman took the opportunity to ask what the bomb's password was, but Rudy couldn't take control of his own body. With no other choice, Superman grabbed the bomb and threw it into the bottomless pit. The man inside the Parasite's body tried to attack Superman, and they both fell into the pit. They managed to hold on, and the bomb detonated. Superman escaped before being hit, and the shockwave pushed the Parasite's body out of the pit. The bomb detonated without anyone being killed. The man woke up a short time later inside the ambulance, but he couldn't couldn't escape because the ambulance was being driven by Superman himself. He went straight to prison with the ambulance. The man was arrested, and Rudy is very happy because he got the television he wanted. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.